The big political story of the day, all of the turmoil in Karnataka BJP is brewing as calls for Karnataka Minister K.S. Ishwarappa's resignation intensified. India Today's news break from 2 days ago stands confirmed, with Ishwarappa now confirming that he's going to tender his resignation to the party today. Now, obviously, this was because of pressure from the party top brass, because all along Ishwarappa maintained that he's not going to resign. But what really will this mean for the BJP, particularly for the Bombay government?
India Today's news break is confirmed. Karnataka Minister K.S. Ishwarappa is quitting the government. He will be tendering his resignation on Friday after being blamed by a contractor in his alleged suicide note. Ishwarappa was earlier adamant that he will not resign.
ऐसा लिख कर दिया था, वो डज नॉट है। ये दोनों के बारे में वो स्पष्ट देने के लिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ। इस्तीफा को जो पूछ रहा है, डेफिनेटली मैं इस्तीफा तो नहीं देगा।
मैं मुख्यमंत्री से और हमारा बहुत परिवार के नेताओं से सबसे मैं बातचीत किया है। उन सबको कोई भी तकलीफ मत आना, इसलिए मैं आज मुंबई के पास बातचीत किया है। उस समय में मैं मेरा मंत्री स्थान को इस्तीफा देने के लिए डिसीजन लिया है, उनको भी बोला है।
Sources tell India Today the decision to sack Ishwarappa came from the top brass. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was briefed by National General Secretary B.L. Santosh on the crisis that has shaken the state BJP. Later, BJP President J.P. Nadda called CM Basavaraj Bommai and conveyed the leadership's decision. Sources also say Nadda will be visiting Karnataka for an executive meeting.
ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಷ್ಟು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ನೈತಿಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಮುಂದುವರೆದ್ರೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇರಿಸ್ಮುರ್ಸಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದಾಗೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಏನು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ನಡೆದ ವಿದ್ಯಮಾನ ಸ್ವಂತ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಈಶ್ವರಪ್ಪ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
The Karnataka BJP is caught in a storm after a contractor who allegedly died by suicide blamed the minister in a note. Santosh Patil, a BJP worker himself, claimed that Ishwarappa was asking for a 40% cut to clear the bills of contractors. Since then, the Congress was breathing down Bommai's neck to sack Ishwarappa, holding protests both in Bengaluru and the national capital Delhi.
I don't feel this is a victory. Resigning is not a solution. Case of corruption has to be registered. Then he has to be arrested. First, these two issues should happen. Our agitation is not the agitation of D.K. Shivakumar or Congress Party or Siddaramaiah. It is the voice of the people of Karnataka.
Ishwarappa's decision to resign may not solve the problems for the faction-ridden Karnataka BJP. The minister's supporters hit the streets in Shivamogga in his support. The latest scandal threatens to add to the woes of CM Bommai, who is being accused of a governance deficit by his rivals. Bureau Report, India Today.
Horrifying details are emerging. More skeletons tumbling out in the Nadia rape and murder horror in West Bengal as more and more details and revelations are coming to the fore. The village doctor has no qualification, is a BA graduate. The crematorium where the girl was taken was being operated illegally, and there are multiple such violations that we found here on India Today.
A BA pass doctor hurried last rites. an unofficial crematorium. More skeletons are coming out in the alleged Nadia gang rape and murder as India Today digs deep. Our reporters tracked down the local doctors who treated the minor girl.
क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है?
लोकल डॉक्टर है, BA.
अच्छा,
A doctor with a BA degree, there is more.
क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है?
लोकल डॉक्टर है, BA.
अच्छा,
उसका मदर आया था
कितने बजे?
सुबह 4 बजे.
क्या कहा था उसने?
मेरा पास बोला पेट में दर्द हो रहा है. मैं पेट में दर्द की दवाई दिया था, पैरासीटामोल और एंटासिड दिया था.
आप क्या सुने? किस तरीके से पता चला कि
ना वो दवाई पिलाने के पहले ही डेट हो गया.
The village doctor claims he did not know that the victim was in pain. He adds that he did not know the victim was bleeding. Neither did he know if she was raped.
एक दो आदमी के पास पूछने के बाद धीरे धीरे पता चला रेप हुआ, ये हुआ.
आपने भी क्यों पुलिस के पास नहीं गए थे?
ये तो मेरा कोई या नहीं है, वो तो घर वाले के ही है. परेशानी है.
पुलिस आपसे भी पूछताछ की होगी इस सिलसिले में?
हाँ, मेरा पास भी पूछताछ की.
तो क्या पूछा उन्होंने और आपने क्या बताया और क्या कुछ आपने?
कौन से दवाई दिया, क्या दवाई दिया, मेरा मेडिसिन भी सीज किया. वो देखा, वो दवाई पीने के खाने के पहले ही वो डेड हो गया.
One thing is clear that the victim did not get proper medical attention. The victim's father says when her daughter died early on 5th April, some neighbors came to their house. They took the body to a crematorium 200 meters away from the miners' village. India Today visited the crematorium and we found that the cremation ground is run illegally. It doesn't even keep records of cremations that take place.
বাড়ির সব
দেহটা কি অবস্থায় দেখেছিলেন?
দেহটা আমি দেখিনি বাবা, ওরা খোলেনি, দেখিনি.
কি অবস্থায় রাখা ছিল ওটা?
ওরা কাপড় চোপড় দিয়ে ঢাকা ছিল, বাঁধা ছিল.
The members of the local committee in charge of the crematorium are missing since the victim was cremated. The question remains, how is an unofficial crematorium running for so long?
जो क्रेमेटोरियम है, जो शमशान घाट है, वो कब से वहाँ पर है?
पुराना कुरी बसर पहले.
अच्छा, बहुत पुराना है.
पुराना है,
लेकिन वो नया जो
कंस्ट्रक्शन और गांव का लोग मिलके मंदिर
2015 से दिख रहा था.
हाँ.
जब डेड बॉडी की क्रिमेशन हो रही है तो उसके तो एक सिस्टम है ना, कानूनी कार्रवाई, कागजात, यानी डेथ सर्टिफिकेट, ये सब किस तरीके से देखा जाता है वहाँ पर?
वो सब मेंटेनेंस नहीं होता उधर.
अच्छा,
नहीं होता. ये गांव का लोग कोऑपरेटिव करके उधर जो करता है वो करता है.
Trouble is mounting for the local TMC leader Samar Goala's son Braj Gopal. Police sources tell India Today one of the accused, Brojo Gayali, has led them to the room where the alleged gang rape took place. Police have recovered a bed sheet from that room which had blood stains. The 14-year-old victim was allegedly raped at the birthday party of the TMC leader's son.
Place where the minor victim was gang raped allegedly, and we can see that the CBI investigative team, they have arrived here, and now as you see that they barged into inside the place of occurrence, the crime scene, because as we know, the accused family were absconding since this incident happened, and the prime accused of this crime, who is the son of the local TMC leader, has been arrested along with another of his friend.
Meanwhile, the CBI has moved Rana Ghat Court seeking custody of the arrested suspects in the case. The alleged rape, attempted cover-ups and the High Court's order handing over the probe to the CBI have come as a huge embarrassment for the Mamata Banerjee government. With Ritik Mandal in Nadia, Bureau Report, India Today.
A 16-year-old Shivam Shukla is battling for his life at a hospital in Madhya Pradesh. Shivam was one of the participants at the Ram Navami procession on April 10th and was badly hurt in communal clashes. His parents are in shock. They're praying and hoping for a speedy recovery. Meanwhile, scared of the violence, there are few families who've now put up their houses on sale in Khargon, which has sparked off a worry about whether, like Haryana, there'll now be an exodus from Khargon. Ravish Pal gets you all the details.
"16-year-old Shivam Shukla is battling for life. He was critically injured in communal clashes on April 10th. Shivam was part of the Ram Navami procession in Madhya Pradesh's Khargon that was targeted by stone pelters. His family is now praying he wins his battle for life.
मैं प्रार्थना कर रही भगवान उसको बढ़िया कर दे, एकदम अच्छा करके ला दे घर पे।
Shivam's parents are in shock. While their son is battling for life, their daughter's wedding, scheduled for April 17th, now stands postponed.
भयंकर उत्साह था। वो उसी दिन 2 जोड़ नए कपड़े लेके आया 10 तारीख को ही, और सब कपड़े पहन के देख रहा था कि इस दिन ये पहनूंगा, उस दिन वो पहनूंगा, मैं तो ये नाचूंगा। और बनोरा भी निकालेंगे बोले, बहन का बोले, दीदी का, कि वो भयंकर ही खुश था वो शादी के लिए।
The family is hopeful that Shivam will pull through. Doctors say Shivam is recovering well.
तीसरे दिन से हमको उसकी स्थिति में थोड़ा पॉजिटिव सकारात्मक परिवर्तन दिखाई दिया। आज कहें तो उसकी स्थिति संतोषजनक है। जान का खतरा काफी हद तक कम है।
People in the area that Shivam comes from are scared after the violent clashes on Ram Navami. Some families in Khargon have put their houses on sale. The police say they have taken a number of measures to maintain law and order.
आज जो है शांति का वातावरण है और इसीलिए हमने 2 घंटे का छूट जो है दिया है, और ये सिर्फ महिलाओं बाहर आने के लिए दिए हैं और कोई गाड़ी लेके नहीं आएंगे।
Nearly 100 people have been arrested so far in connection with the violence in Khargon. 89 of them have been sent to jail. The major challenge for the state government and the police now is to restore people's trust. With Ravish Pal Singh in Khargon, Bureau Report, India Today.
Unfortunately, COVID is back in the news. There's been a slight spike in COVID cases in the national capital. Delhi has logged 325 cases in a matter of 24 hours. This is the highest caseload of the last 40 days for the capital. The DDMA, that's the Delhi Disaster Management Authority, is all set to hold a crucial meeting on April 20th to discuss the surge in infections. The positivity rate has jumped to 2.39%. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has urged citizens not to panic as the hospitalization rate is very much under control, it's very low. The Delhi government, meanwhile, has issued an advisory to all Delhi schools on following appropriate COVID norms. According to the new COVID advisory, Delhi schools will have to inform the Department of Education about COVID cases being reported in their schools. Additionally, if a COVID case is reported in a school, that particular school, particularly that building or the entire premises and campus will be closed down. This comes after a few schools in Ghaziabad and Noida were shut down after several students had tested positive.
कोविड के ओवरऑल दिल्ली में देखें तो मामलों में थोड़ी सी बढ़ोतरी हुई है, पर अभी तक इसमें कहीं भी कोई ऐसी चिंता की बात नहीं है क्योंकि हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन नहीं है। ये जो वेरिएंट है ये भी ओमिक्रॉन जैसा या ओमिक्रॉन के उसी पे है, और अभी तो इसकी जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग और इन सब का भी होना बाकी है कि ये पुराना ही वेरिएंट चल रहा है क्या, तो कहीं कोई ऐसी टेंशन की बात नहीं है। कुछ स्कूल से मैं लगातार नज़र रखे हुए हूँ, किसी भी स्कूल में कहीं एक भी केस आता है किसी टीचर या किसी एक बच्चे को, तो उस वक्त स्कूल भी हमको रिपोर्ट कर रहा है और हम भी स्कूल को जो भी दिशा निर्देश हैं इंडिविजुअली दे रहे हैं।
India Today has travelled deep into the war zone and we're getting you all the latest details of the Ukraine war from the front line. Here's a report by Moshme Singh. She's finding out the massive scale of destruction left behind as the aftermath of war in the Kherson city. The battleground in Kherson, this is the first city to have fallen after the war broke out.
India Today is reporting from war zone Ukraine. We are getting you all the ground reports, but today we will show you what happens when you're in the front line. Reporting from ground zero, this is a story of heroism, it is a story about courage, and it is a story about resilience. You can see that the road ahead is really difficult. It actually personifies the battle that Ukraine is actually facing. You can see the cars swinging, and Commander Alexander is with us, who is actually the commander for his battalion. He will take us through what it takes to reclaim your own territory. Getting you this exclusive report from Ground Zero Kherson for the very first time, an Indian crew in the region of Kherson Oblast. Camping in this bunker, the Russians were prepared for a long haul. They had come with all arms and ammunitions, but also with all the food that they needed for good weeks at length. And here on my hand, you can make out from these boots, these are snow boots of Russians, that they were ready for a long battle. But company commander and his team led from the front, and in fact, many Russians were killed, soldiers were killed, and 2 were taken as prisoners of war. But let me show you this entire place. What is this, sir?
Box for anti-tank missile.
Anti-tank missile boxes, you can see, and we'll take a walk around the entire area. You can see that there are cans of food, jackets. Here you can see these jackets. I can also show you a Russian soldier's jacket. That's the jacket of a Russian soldier right here at the bunker where the soldiers had camped and taken a village that had been retaken. Lots of utensils is what we see. Preparation for food. And if you zoom in, you can see that these are pickle jars, a lot of food, vegetables. This is a picture, just one of the pictures of the several battlegrounds that have erupted in various nook and corners on the outskirts of this Kherson village. Now we will tell you the other side of the story, how a battle continued under the leadership of the company commander for 2 days before the Russians were in fact defeated at this point. We are in this bunker that was actually surrounded by Ukrainian soldiers. This is a Russian bunker, and you can see that gunshots right here. This is a bunker with iron bunker, and here the glasses are broken. There are blankets that are kept. The soldiers were here for quite a while, and they had made all preparations. India Today showing you how there was enough food for days, eggs you can see here, and these are the latest pictures of a bunker that really tells you the kind of war that is going on in the front line. Sir, how difficult was it, and how did you succeed?
Достаточно тяжело было их выбить с этих позиций. Позиции, как вы видели, очень сильно фортифицированы.
Very good work and job of our Ukrainian soldiers. It was really hard to fight here because the occupied territory was protected really on the high level, not the highest but high. And because of our brave soldiers and our tactical defense, we pushed them out from the 2 sides of this place.
So we are showing you a tank that has been completely destroyed. This is a Russian armored vehicle actually that has been destroyed by the Ukrainian forces. And you can see that how cruise missiles have been fired on all sides to destroy this armored vehicle. Just come in front and you will see the parts of this tank absolutely turned into ashes. That's the force that is meeting the Russian soldiers and troops. You can hear bombardments that are happening because we are in the front line. Front line in Kherson that it has been under siege by the Russians. But the Ukrainian forces are fighting back. We can hear constant bombardments. The Russians are not very far off. Alexander, who is the commander here, he has been trying to take back with his team the villages that were taken away. You've been able to succeed. We are at one of the frontline posts. Explain to us what happened here, because we see food lying, we see boxes here. What's happening?
Yeah, here you can see the enemy checkpoint of the regular Russian troops, and here on the sidewalk you can see the Russian position. So you can see a lot of the MRE, Russian equipment, Russian trash, everything, and like our troops attack this position, attack by control, hold this village.
So India Today is showing you that here you can see that these are the Russian graves of the Russian soldiers, the trenches that have been dug. There's a helmet there which you can clearly see that is lying, and the Russians were ready with a lot of ready-to-eat food. A trench here. Here you can see a bag that has a sign of food. This is the kind of boxes that you see in these trenches. The Russians were actually stationed here, which is a village in Kherson. And as we told you that almost 15 villages have been taken by the Ukrainian forces. The Russian soldiers meeting a very, very stiff challenge, and they've been pushed back. How far are they? How far is the enemy, your enemy, from here?
From this place, it's approximately from 1 to 2 kilometers. It depends what position we are.
There you are, India Today getting you this exclusive coverage from war zone Kherson that has been under Russian occupation. We are leaving no stone unturned to get you the ground reports and the story as it unfolds in the battleground. With video journalist Parminder Sharma, this is Mosmi Singh in Kherson, Ukraine for India.
And with that, I'm slipping into a short break here on Fest Up. Stay with us here on India Today. I'll be joining you in just a few moments with all the top stories.